Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this very exciting session where we are unveiling the next big thing in commerce. My name is Troy Cox. As Derek said, I'm our Chief Product Officer, and it's an absolute pleasure to be back in Austin with all of you in this incredible venue. And speaking of this incredible venue, let me just back up here. I think it is the slide notes are out of sync with the slides, by the way. I think it is the perfect backdrop for what we are about to share with you. There we go. Sorry about this. Because as Brent mentioned, there's some incredible history in this venue. It's a place where music has thrived. It's a place of music innovation. It's a place where countless music legends have inspired their audience. And so I say, let's channel the spirit of this incredible venue, and let's dive into the future of commerce. Now, as Brent mentioned, this morning we launched, it was one of our two major product launches every year. We call it the next big thing. We had our press release. We set live our beautiful microsite that covers all of the details, that everything that's in this exciting launch. And indeed, today in this presentation, we're going to cover the highlights of what's in that launch. Now, you, however, are our best customers, our best partners, and so for this exclusive audience, we'd like to go beyond what was in today's product launch and talk a bit more about our vision for the future of commerce, a bit more about our future roadmap. And so to help you distinguish between what is in today's product release and what is more about our future vision vision for the future of commerce, we've got these little visual clues. So if you see the blue dots inside those little timeline pills, that means it's part of today's release. When you see that yellow triangle, that means it's part of our future roadmap. And when you see those blue dots, I insist you share and amplify those types of things. Okay, let's get into this. So one of the most impactful things that we can do as your commerce platform is to give you the best chance of conversion success in both your storefront and checkout. And Brent shared our publicly available statistics across the platform. And so this is an area where we're constantly investing, constantly innovating, and constantly optimizing. And I want to start with checkout, where we can increase conversion by eliminating friction. And as consumers, we are all too familiar with landing in a checkout and facing that dreaded decision. Do we go through the registered path and deal with passwords and resetting passwords, or do we go through the guest experience and having to put in all of our details? And I'm pleased to announce that in partnership with PayPal, we have solved that problem, and it's called Fastlane. It offers the simplicity and convenience of passwordless one-click checkout, and when it's enabled, we see incredible results. You can see here, for the brands that are already using Fastlane, we're seeing checkout completion rates of greater than 80%. Best of all, this is available today on the BigCommerce platform if you're using Braintree or PayPal Complete Payments. It's natively integrated into our optimized one-page checkout. It's available to US merchants, and we're partnered with PayPal to bring this to other regions in the future. Okay, continuing on the theme of maximizing conversion, I'm thrilled to announce the availability of what we're calling BigAI product recommendations, which increase engagement and ultimately AOV and conversion by delivering highly relevant and personalized product recommendations in real time in your storefront. And here again, we've seen incredible results with brands who have already implemented this on the platform. We've seen a greater than 20% engagement and click-through rates for the cohort of shoppers that have engaged with the related products module, and we've seen more than a doubling of revenue amongst the cohort of shoppers that have engaged with that product recommendations module. And this is available today in beta. All right, for another boost in conversion, we're introducing AI-powered search in the storefront. So here we're harnessing the power of AI to deliver highly relevant and contextual search results. So in the world, let me give you an example. In the world of keyword search, when the shopper typed in razor blades, the search would return both razors and blades. through the power of AI in its ability to understand intent and semantics, the search can return razor blades, not razors. And through other signals in the storefront, the AI can potentially even identify which particular razors or gender of razors and prioritize the search results accordingly. Okay, so those are some of the things we're doing to help maximize conversion in your storefront and checkout. Let's move on and talk about what we're doing to help you succeed in selling globally. Now, there's two keys to success in selling globally. The first is being able to deliver that hyper-localized shopping experience so that when shoppers land on your storefront, it feels like it's been built for them, they're comfortable, and they're more likely to purchase. And then secondly, operationally, you want to be able to deliver all those experiences in a cost-effective and in an easy way, because right, you've got all these experiences that you have to manage now. And so I couldn't be more thrilled to announce the availability of new capabilities to deliver that perfect localized shopping experience across all of your geographies. And since it's built on top of our existing multi-storefront capabilities, that means it's easy and efficient to manage all of those experiences from one single common backend. So now you can localize the entire shopping experience from the storefront, the checkout, languages, currencies, promotional settings, SEO settings, literally everything can be localized. So I mentioned the ability to tailor your product catalog with this technology, and it includes every part of your catalog, including names and descriptions and option names, the images. And while you can use this technology to simply translate your catalog, we support the much more sophisticated and advanced use cases. So for example, perhaps you have a product where the ingredients are different in different geographies, and so now you can create different product descriptions in each geography, or perhaps you want to use different models or product imagery in different geographies, and you can do that. It's extremely flexible and powerful. And of course, each market has unique checkout requirements. So now you can set unique guest checkout settings in each geography, or unique privacy policies, or perhaps you want completely different checkouts in each geography. You want a custom checkout in some geographies and use our out-of-the-box optimized one-page checkouts in others. Again, it's extremely flexible. Payments, too, can be unique on every storefront. So now you can boost conversion by offering the best local payment solutions in each geography, or configure payment solutions that are most cost-effective in each geography. Same thing with shipping, right? And this is available from next month. You'll have full control over the shipping options. So again, being able to offer the best local shipping options in each geography, or choose the shipping options that allow you to reduce costs in each geography. And from next month, and Brent mentioned this in his session, you'll be able to optimize your pricing strategies to specify whether price lists are inclusive of tax or exclusive of tax. So in the US and Canada, you can specify your ex-tax pricing and link that to those storefronts. And in most other countries, specify inc-tax pricing and connect that to those countries. So now from a single store, you can manage inc-tax geographies and ex-tax geographies cost effectively. All right, and then coming next year, we are adding support for the ability to take any particular experience on any storefront and then translate that into multiple geographies. As Brent mentioned, this is a good use case for countries like Switzerland that are multiple languages, or Canada, US, or English and French. And so basically what we're doing here is introducing what we're calling the Translations Management API, which abstracts all of the language strings across storefront, checkout, transaction emails, catalog, and allows you to easily connect that to your favorite translation management system like SmartLang or others, and deliver a multi-language experience. And we'll hear about how you can do that with Catalyst later in the session. Okay, so those are some of the things that we're doing to help brands succeed in selling globally. Next up, let's talk about unified commerce and about meeting the expectations of today's modern, hyper-connected consumer. And really the answer here really lies in creating that frictionless, that seamless experience across all of your sales channels. In fact, We have a panel of experts discussing this topic later today. I believe it's at 3:45 p.m., and I highly recommend. Okay, as I said, we live in this world where consumer expectations have evolved significantly in recent years. Their path to purchase now includes many touch points across ads, marketplaces, social, apps, online, offline. And so if we look at some of the stats here, you can see last year, 42% of e-com orders involved retail stores. That one on the far right. Since the pandemic, millennials' same-day purchase behavior is up 33 times. And even more so, today's modern consumer expects the convenience of starting on one channel and then seamlessly transitioning to the other, and their expectations are higher than ever across all of these touch points. Of course, everyone in this room knows that the trick is being able to manage the operational complexity that's required to be able to deliver that seamless experience. For a consumer to start on a branded storefront, for example, or a third-party channel like a marketplace or a social channel, and then seamlessly transition to another channel and be able to pick that up same day in one of your retail locations, or even have it fulfilled and delivered same day from one of your retail locations. So I'd like to share with you how we're helping to deliver this experience while effectively managing the back-end complexities of this sort of experience. Okay, let's start with the branded storefront. So last year we delivered multi-location inventory, and we delivered a suite of APIs that enable developers to build bespoke multi-channel experiences like BOPUS and curbside pickup. And indeed, we saw many of you build really incredible experiences on those APIs. But we also heard you say, it would be nice if you could have an out-of-the-box native experience. So I'm pleased to announce that we are introducing a convenient new shopping experience that allows shoppers to choose a location that's near and convenient to them, and then we will display the delivery and pickup options based on A, your fulfillment rules, and B, the availability of inventory at each of those locations. And we're bringing this to both stencil and headless composable with Catalyst, which you'll hear about a bit later, next year. And we are extending that experience through to cart and checkout. So here you can see we're displaying nearby pickup options in our native checkout, again, based on the availability of inventory. And you don't see it in the screenshot there, but also on the shipping tab, where we offer same-day delivery options with fulfillment by nearby retail locations. Okay. Of course, like I said, so delivering those experiences requires a lot of back-end operational complexity. And so we have incredible partners, depending on your scale and size and requirements, that can help with this back-end capabilities. Best-of-breed OMS partners like Fluent and Deck, Sterling, Manhattan. I did want to call out one partner in particular. They've built a purpose-built solution for BigCommerce. It's random retail. You can see here the type of capabilities they offer. You have the ability to optimize and manage order routing, fulfillment from warehouses and retail locations, ship from store, same-day delivery, and they are pre-integrated with turnkey integrations to popular POS systems, which you can see there on the screen. Okay, so that's how we're helping to deliver that experience through branded storefronts. I'd like to introduce to the stage Dmitriy, VP of Product from Feedonomics, who will take us through extending that experience to third-party channels. Dmitriy.
Thank you, Troy, and hello, everyone. The consumer shopping behavior data we just saw from Troy is clear. Consumers are not only willing to, but they want to pay more for convenience and have that option. And that's why I'm excited to introduce instant commerce solutions powered by Feedonomics. Now, we define instant commerce as an experience where consumers can discover the product online, make a purchase, and receive same-day delivery or pick up that product in store. Let's take a look at what a typical instant commerce workflow looks like for marketplace channels like Amazon or Walmart. First, as always, you have to have an optimized product feed to maximize your performance on the channel. But you need more than that. You need store-level inventory data, and you need store information such as hours and location to power that experience. Then the channel will display those products to the consumers, and they will get an offer based on their geographical location. The consumer will then purchase the product with their preferred fulfillment option, whether that's getting it delivered to their doorstep by the Flex driver from that platform, or going into the store, picking it up themselves. Once that purchase is made, an associate at the retail store will actually pick and pack that order to be picked up. And Feedonomics offers an end-to-end automated solution for this experience, as well as full-service onboarding and support. Feedonomics is partnering with and supporting the largest programs in this space across each of the 3 major categories. Now, those categories are marketplaces, advertising channels, delivery apps, and each different program has its unique nuances, requirements, but the common theme is that all of these programs help drive foot traffic to your brick-and-mortar stores, and they help increase conversion through better offers. And so if there's one thing that you actually take away from this segment, it's that whether you have just a few retail store locations in metropolitan areas, or you have thousands of locations nationwide, brick-and-mortar multi-store retailers are sitting on an untapped goldmine of opportunity. So let's talk about some of these programs. On marketplaces, programs like Amazon Today and Walmart offer BOPIS, buy online, pick up in store. You can get same-day delivery. You get special badging like Prime, Walmart Plus. And there are some nuances to the programs, as I mentioned. For Amazon Today, you can also take advantage of your warehouse locations. So you can have the Flex drivers from the marketplace come pick up those orders and deliver them to consumers. And it's highly encouraged to sync your inventory and orders in real time to facilitate a less than 2-day delivery experience for consumers. With advertising channels like Google, Meta, Microsoft, you can deliver local inventory ads, also driving in-store traffic, but also traffic back to your web store. And with delivery apps, you can take advantage of the massive amount of consumers already visiting those portals and the huge amount of drivers those apps already have. Now, let's take a look at what this experience looks like on Amazon. On the left-hand side, you can see the same-day delivery option. And on the right-hand side, you can see that the product can be picked up at the retail location. So instant commerce is one piece of the pie. Feedonomics helps bridge a lot more than that. We can help you take data from all of your systems of record for catalog, inventory, orders, optimize them, and send them everywhere people shop online. Let's take a look at a couple of other programs. Feedonomics is partnering with Shein, and we have launched support for the Shein marketplace, including incentives for qualified merchants. You have the opportunity as a seller to take advantage of 90 million active shoppers on a fast-growing platform and a new generation of consumers. Feedonomics is also powering automated catalog sync to BigCommerce storefronts. And so you can take data from all of your systems, combine them together, whether that's ERP, PIM, dropshipper, supplier systems, sync them all, including catalog, inventory, pricing data, and coming soon, Feedonomics will be supporting order management automation as well. And so what that means is taking your BigCommerce orders and syncing them to your fulfillment systems or other programs like Amazon multi-channel fulfillment or syncing them to other e-commerce storefronts for fulfillment. So thank you very much, and please don't hesitate to reach out to your BC or Feedonomics rep to talk to us about any of these programs. Back over to you, Troy.
Thank you, Dmitry. All right, let's talk about another rapidly evolving segment, and that is B2B. So Brent showed this slide this morning, but just to quickly level set, on BigCommerce, B2B Edition extends the core platform with B2B capabilities, and this is a quick snapshot of the breadth of the capabilities that we offer on B2B Edition. As Brent also mentioned, we are already recognized as a leader in B2B e-commerce, but we are not slowing down. So let me take you through some of the things. So last year we launched the brand new B2B buyer portal where we sort of reimagined how to efficiently and delightfully serve the unique needs of B2B buyers. And so it included some capabilities like the ability to do customer-specific pricing, sophisticated quote workflows, centralized invoice management with the ability for the buyers to pay online, list and approval workflows, fast reordering, and lots more. And it's super fast. It's mobile optimized and allows you to customize it to meet your brand requirements. And then more recently, we've extended the buyer portal to now support multi-storefront. So you can have any number of B2B storefront channels, each unique. Or if you're doing the hybrid model, some B2B storefront channels and some B2C storefront channels, all centrally managed from that one common backend. We've added support for languages and localization, so you can deliver the experience across geographies. And for those wanting the flexibility of headless and composable, we've exposed storefront GraphQL APIs as well as a set of JavaScript APIs to allow you to deliver the buyer portal in any headless framework. And then finally, for brands that require maximum flexibility and want to deliver the perfect bespoke buyer experience, we're thrilled to announce that we have open sourced our buyer portal. So this means we are giving you the source code to 100% of the capabilities of the buyer portal, allowing you to customize it and extend it. And because you're starting from a rich base of existing B2B capabilities, it means you can deliver that perfect experience in a lot less time and with a lot less cost. So for example, we have B2B brands on the platform in really unique and interesting verticals like aerospace and nuclear and medicine. And you can appreciate that these verticals have some pretty interesting and unique use cases and requirements. And so they're starting with the open source buyer portal and then layering on their unique solutions to meet their unique requirements. Okay. And then very recently, we've added new levels of permissions and controls for B2B buyers, giving you a lot more control over which functions your B2B buyers can perform, are permitted to perform. So for example, which buyers are permitted to request quotes, which buyers are permitted to view and pay invoices, and so on. And so this is a level of control that B2B brands, it's been high on your request list, and so I'm really pleased to announce that this is available now. And then coming soon, we have an absolutely huge upgrade coming to our quote management capabilities. For a lot of B2B brands, quotes are really essential, a really critical aspect of their business. They convert at really high rates, and so we want to give you all the tools to optimally manage that quote workflow process. And so some things that are coming, the ability to customize the shipping costs, the ability to quote for products that are catalog only or price protected, the ability to customize your quotes with additional fields. You'll be able to add tags for easy filtering, and we're introducing a whole bunch of new quote notification emails so that there are comms at every step of the quote workflow. Okay, and of course, one of the primary users of the quote tool are the B2B sales reps, and they're not always in the office next to a desktop, right? They're on the road, they're with customers, they're at trade shows, and so we're bringing the full power of the quote engine to the mobile device. And so now, while the B2B sales reps are in the field, they can generate and respond to quote requests with ease on their mobile device. And then to help streamline the quoting process, we're introducing generative AI to assist with drafting responses to quote requests. So essentially what we're doing is we're using Gen AI to draft a response in your brand's tone and voice and with the full context of the quote request. And so this helps you by saving time, and it helps with the quote more efficiently manage that quoting process. And finally, I'm thrilled to announce that we are introducing advanced account hierarchy, which is a major upgrade to our existing account system. It's a lot more flexible, more powerful. This system is no longer based on customer groups, and so now you can have multiple levels in the account hierarchy, which means you can model it to real-world scenarios where you've got parent companies and then subsidiaries and subsidiaries below that. And it also means it's just easier now to integrate with your ERP. Okay, so that is everything we're doing to help B2B sellers drive more efficiency and growth in their business. Let's switch gears and talk about some additional enhancements we're making to back-end operations to make that even more efficient for both B2C and B2B. Starting with the control panel. So I'm super excited to announce that we are introducing a much improved control panel navigation. You can see it's more modern, it's a fresh new look. It's now easier for new users to find all the capabilities that the platform has to offer. For power users, it's a lot more efficient to use. So for example, you can interact with the sub-navigation while having direct access to the top-level navigation. And it's not shown on the screen here, but there's a new top bar that's always accessible to give you quick access to search and help. And this new design is backed by literally hundreds and hundreds of hours of usability testing. This will be available from the 1st of October as an opt-in. And we're bringing B2B to the top-level navigation too. So now B2B is more deeply integrated into the platform, into the control panel. This helps streamline your B2B workflows and creates a more consistent experience across B2B and B2C. Okay, BigAI Copywriter. So last year we launched BigAI Copywriter, which is using generative AI to write and optimize your product descriptions in your brand tone and voice and optimizing for things like SEO. And I'm thrilled to announce that there's been a major upgrade to this in the last few weeks. It's now using Gemini 1.5 Pro, which is Google's latest multimodal AI model. And all that means is it's a lot more advanced, it understands a lot more, and really it delivers more accurate output. Also leveraging the power of AI, we're introducing BigAI predictive analytics that forecasts future outcomes based on historical data. So let me give you a couple examples. The ability to predict future customer lifetime value, or the ability to predict required inventory levels for a future campaign. So essentially what we're doing here is we're creating a starter kit that leverages Google's BigQuery ML that's built on top of our existing Google BigQuery native out-of-the-box integration. And that, we're providing those two examples I just mentioned, and then that should be inspiration for you to use the starter kit to solve for other use cases that you may have. And then to help you more efficiently manage your store users, we are introducing a major grounds-up upgrade of the control panel user permission system. So now you can create custom roles, which can be built from much more granular permission set. A major benefit of this upgrade is that it meshes perfectly with existing SSO and identity provider systems, and so that will allow you to manage the provisioning, deprovisioning, and the permission management from your existing systems. And then finally, one of the most comforting aspects of partnering with a SaaS platform like BigCommerce is that we simplify PCI compliance. And so I'm sure everyone in this room is aware of the looming mandate to comply with PCI 4 by March of next year. Well, I'm pleased to announce that in June this year, so a couple months gone, we have achieved certification with compliance with PCI 4. If you're interested, you can head to our security center, security.bigcommerce.com, and you can download our AOC. Okay, so those are some of the exciting new improvements designed to make your back office run more efficiently. Now I'd like to welcome Nathan Booker, Senior Director of Product at BigCommerce, to the stage to tell us more about new tools for developers. Nathan.
Thank you, Troy. So let me take you through a selection of the most exciting updates we have coming for developers and our technology partners. First up, tools for how we're going to help our app and technology partners grow with us. The imminent release of unified billing is going to give you the ability to sell your products and services very easily through the BigCommerce app marketplace. With unified billing, you have the opportunity to sell, as an example, the services of an app to one of our merchants in such a way that you can use the payment method they already have on file for their BigCommerce store, And as a result, there's no need to enter separate payment information. And as a result, you'll expect a lot more checkout conversion due to the reduction in friction there. As a result of us releasing this, it also now gets much easier to build an app because you don't have to build an app and also build a billing system, right? You can take advantage of what BigCommerce offers you, and this also simplifies your revenue share. This is going to pair perfectly with the things we're doing to simplify custom app development. And to this effect, I'm very excited to announce one of our most recent partnerships, which is with Gadget. Thank you. This drastically simplifies app development by providing an app development platform in a box. It's inclusive of hosting, data storage, and a starter kit that trivializes all aspects of BigCommerce app development, so you can get straight to building and not worrying about infrastructure. This is available in open beta today, and you can get started on gadget.dev. Now, the Gadget team is actually here with us today, and they've offered free app development consultation for the first 10 customers to come engage with them after this session. Now, this is going to pair really nicely with some upcoming updates to the app development workflow in our developer portal, which is coming in early Q4. And that'll make it a lot easier to both get started with your first app in terms of app development, as well as manage your existing apps. We know this is a long-awaited redesign for many of our technology partners here today. Just to show a little bit more of what Gadget offers, their starting point allows you to immediately start writing application code from a working app, which is pre-wired to BigCommerce. So you don't have to spend any time on the things that often trip new app developers up, like worrying about hosting, DNS, authentication, and so forth. And their solution scales easily from the needs of a single store private app all the way up to public apps in the marketplace with thousands of users that are processing tens of millions of webhooks. With Gadget, it's possible to build a small app entirely in the browser. I've actually done that myself. And of course, you can use your existing development workflow as normal. It's pre-wired to the BigCommerce API, to our webhooks, and also to our Big Design UI kit. So you're really starting from customer value instead of boilerplate. So this is a great fit for all the agency partners in the room, many of the technology partners who might be planning your next app. But I specifically wanted to plant a seed for the brands and retailers here in the room. Gadget makes things so easy that if you've considered building a small extension to your own control panel to improve your workflow in the past, and maybe you looked at what was involved with that and you thought it might be a little bit too hard, I'd encourage you to look again and have a chat with the Gadget team. And finally, we are exploring the next generation of data extensibility capabilities on the BigCommerce platform that will surpass what we offer you today with MetaFields. You'll be able to interact with entire new data models that you add onto the platform, and you'll have maximum performance as if you had direct database access whenever you're adding in custom data to the platform. You'll be able to join your custom data to existing platform objects, and we will auto-generate GraphQL APIs for both management and storefront use cases on top of everything that you add into the platform. And last, but definitely not least, let me take you through some of the things we're doing in composable storefronts. In February, we released Catalyst as a big leap forward in BigCommerce's headless technology, our fastest and most powerful headless storefront ever. Now, our focus in the first half of this year was on building a fantastic foundation for developers, especially our agency partners in the audience today. Since then, we've been pleased to see the success of the first implementations, some of which are featured here, and some of which got live in less than 2 weeks, with more sophisticated customers getting live in about 2 months. And this gives us a lot of validation that Catalyst is already meaningfully improving the headless implementation story, thanks to giving a feature-complete starting point that saves weeks of boilerplate at the beginning of a project and reduces risk. Now, what we released in the first half was laser-focused on being a great scaffolding for a composable first build, minimally styled, maximally stylable, while giving perfect scores on all the fundamentals that all customers care about: performance, SEO, accessibility, and so on. And also providing an excellent developer experience based on Next.js, thanks to our close partnership with Vercel, who have also joined us here today. But in the second half of this year, Catalyst is changing, and it's becoming more powerful. It's becoming our next generation storefront, and it will become a great option for most of our customers, not just those seeking headless or composable by name. You'll see Catalyst turn into something that looks a lot more like a SaaS product at first blush, with instant creation of new storefronts right from the control panel, no-code visual editing for marketing teams, and seamless integration with your control panel features and feature coverage for everything BigCommerce offers. But because of where we started with that strong composable foundation, you'll get to keep all of these benefits: the performance, the ease of extensibility, the productized integrations, and of course, the fantastic developer experience when you pop the hood. With Catalyst, you'll get the best of both worlds: SaaS ease of use and composable flexibility. A little bit later this year, we're going to give all of our new and existing customers an opportunity to try Catalyst with a free trial of Catalyst available in your control panel. With one click, you'll be able to get a sense of what your catalog and brand looks like in a Catalyst storefront, experience the performance of Catalyst, and most importantly, with one click, you'll be able to jump into Makeswift and start building visually. You can catch one of us after this presentation. We'd be more than happy to give you a demo of this. Now, if you like what you see and you want to take this to production, you will need to get your own hosting, but we're going to make that really easy by offering Vercel hosting for purchase right there in the control panel. And if you prefer to use your own infrastructure, of course, that continues to be supported. And Catalyst is being updated to cater to cross-border selling as well as multilingual markets, with the ability to serve multiple channels from a single Catalyst storefront for cross-border use cases where you need the power of channels to cater to the vastly different requirements when you cross a border into a different country, or for more straightforward translation use cases within a single channel, like when you're trying to cater to Switzerland or Quebec or offer Spanish language here in the US. In terms of management, we will offer both APIs that you can use to plug in a PIM or a translation service to insert your localized content, or the ability to translate directly within the control panel. Now, some of this is possible today with the full solution arriving in several phases over about the next 6 months. And everything we're doing here is compatible with Makeswift, which already supports translating content and producing localized pages, as well as our integrations with CMS partners that also have those capabilities. Now, in terms of integration, we already have a great number of technology partners that are integrated into Catalyst, so a huge shout out to our partners like Algolia and Contentful and Content Stack and Klaviyo, and many more like Klavu coming soon. We've made this extremely easy, where with a single CLI command, you can integrate one of our partners in just a couple of seconds. And we'd like to invite all of our technology partners here to have a chat with us about integrating with Catalyst. But the linchpin of this vision is the integration of Makeswift as the included visual editing option for our Catalyst storefronts. With Makeswift, marketing teams can easily build pages, edit layout, and accomplish their day-to-day tasks with no code. But when development teams get involved for those more significant site updates, Makeswift's product will make it easy for their time to be highly leveraged. But you don't have to take my word for it. It's my pleasure to invite Alan, CEO of Makeswift, to the stage to show what he's been cooking up.
Thanks. Wow. Thanks, Nathan. Man, it is crazy. Last year, my team and I were here in Austin at BigSummit. We were just a small team of entrepreneurs. We were in the back room, and we were giving a demo, an early demo of Makeswift and BigCommerce that was so good, apparently, that it got us acquired. And it's crazy that a year has already passed, and I have the privilege of being on this stage to show you the first phase of Makeswift and Catalyst and what we've been cooking up. So without further ado, would you guys please roll the clip? So pretty soon here, you'll be able to go into the BigCommerce control panel and set up a new Catalyst storefront. In this demo, we're going to make a plant store homepage. So we'll call this planted, and then click create. Behind the scenes, Catalyst is being deployed on Vercel. Makeswift is being spun up. Everything's being integrated. And in one click, you can start visually building in Makeswift right away. When you get in there, you're going to find a set of custom React components that have been meticulously optimized for production. So traditionally, to get this kind of quality, you'd have to make some sacrifices. You know, composable systems are notoriously complex, right? Most of the composable products in the ecosystem are designed for developers to set up. And then marketers are stuck with some interface that's in a backend system, and it's confusing and clunky to manage, right? And that's what makes Makeswift different. Makeswift is built for marketers first. Our interface is visual, and our drag and drop experience has been refined for many, many years. And then all that's left is that developers integrate their custom design systems and only expose what matters. What you're left with is an interface that's clean, simple, and intuitive to learn, right? If there's one thing I want you to take away from watching this demo, is that Makeswift makes composable feel native. And because these are just React components, doing something like having a dynamic product carousel that pulls data from BigCommerce, well, that becomes trivial, right? Check out how we make some updates in BigCommerce, and that data just instantly appears inside of Makeswift. You can also edit layout in Makeswift, right? Typically, building a new section block template would be a developer ticket. But in Makeswift, anyone can learn in just a few minutes how to visually build new section layouts using components and theme tokens from your design system. So that way, you can stay on brand without limiting your creativity. And did I mention also that it's real-time collaborative? You guys are used to using this in your productivity tools. Why isn't it a part of your website stack? And the rest of this clip right here is just myself and my co-founder, Andrew, doing this in one take. There's no movie magic here. So this is something that took us probably 10 minutes to record. And then once you're done with that, the next step is to just make it pixel perfect for every device. Our layout system is mobile responsive by default, so you get most of the way for free, but there's always some small tweaks you need to make for your specific breakpoints. So Makeswift allows you to go into those breakpoints and make some small overrides. And then once you're done with that, all that's left is go live. So in Makeswift, we allow you to publish. We give you lots of different control over how you publish, but in this case, we'll just publish the homepage. And then in one click, you can check out that we've created a stunning pixel-perfect homepage that's optimized in a way that only composable can get. But we built it without any of the pain, right? And that's because Makeswift makes composable feel native. And lastly, speaking of composability, this blog right here is also integrated into Contentful in the same environment. So we can hop over to Contentful, make a quick publish, and see those changes in the same website that we just built visually. So not only can you integrate things like Contentful into this, you can also integrate custom components. So I heard Brent allude to this earlier. We are releasing, at the end of this year in October, a set of copy-paste design systems. It's a collection of multiple design systems that are production ready. They're optimized for things like SEO, accessibility. They also cover advanced patterns like streaming and PPR. And it's really the future of theming. That entire demo was built using brand new components, just a few of them that we've been collaborating on with our friends and agency partner Monogram. And we're extremely excited to release these components in October. They're going to be composable to be useful in any Next.js or React application. If you want to learn more, you can check out that QR code or go to vibes.site. And the rest of Catalyst and Makeswift is coming. Phase 1 is coming in November. So that being said, give me a hand in welcoming Nathan back to the stage.
1 minute over.
Thank you, Alan. I'll give everyone another quick second to scan the QR code there. We're so excited to get all of this technology into your hands. But I do have one more thing, an early preview of where Catalyst will head in 2025. You'll see Catalyst become native to the platform, meaning it will become optionally headless, with no requirement to use third-party hosting. It's always composable, but headless will be optional. And it's still a great option for customers who benefit from controlling their own infrastructure or who benefit from the awesome development tooling on Vercel, for example. Now, with all of this emphasis on Catalyst, we get a lot of questions about the future of Stencil. So let me be clear, Stencil's not going anywhere, and we can plan to continue to invest in and support it for years to come. Behind the scenes, there's actually a lot of investment coming to Stencil, and it's actually benefited a lot from the things we've learned on our journey with Catalyst. So expect to see improvements to performance, developer experience, visual editing, and more coming to Stencil soon. And lastly, for those of you who are on Stencil today or who support customers on Stencil and you might be getting interested in moving to Catalyst, we're going to invest in a toolkit to make that as easy as possible. Now back to Troy to take us home.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Alan. I am incredibly excited about Catalyst and Makeswift and to see what all of you build with it. All right, so those are the highlights and a little bit about our vision for the future of commerce. If you want to learn more about Next Big Thing, if you point your smartphone at that QR code, it will take you to a beautiful new microsite that has all of the details of today's announcement. The team and I, we're here all day today. We're going to be hanging out at the Experts Lounge, so please do come up and share your feedback. We can talk all things e-commerce. You can connect with us on LinkedIn. Let's continue to do big things together. Thank you. What's next? Okay.